Okay, so you know how sometimes someone hands you a document and you're like, oh, this is interesting. And then like you really start reading it.
Yeah.
And then you get like deeper and deeper in. And then you're like, oh my gosh, this
A
is.
rabbit hole.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what this is.
This one's scary.
It's like somebody took a screenplay for like a really disturbing film and just gave us the outline.
Yeah.
And it's all suspense.
Yes, so much suspense.
And the horror elements are like genuinely chilling. And then the choices that the characters have to make are heartbreaking.
It's rough.
Yeah, it's really rough.
And it's about a family.
Yeah.
And a town
It's like a whole town.
being ripped apart
Yeah, it's like an unraveling.
by this creature
there.
that hunts by sound.
Like, that's the scariest thing.
That is super creepy.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
quite.
Oh my gosh.
So what they do
Yeah.
in this outline,
Yeah.
if they just throw you right into it,
Oh, yeah.
there's no slow burn.
No.
It's like, bam, here's the absolute worst case scenario.
Yeah. Right out of the gate.
Right out of the gate.
Yeah.
In a house.
Yeah.
Showing you just how lethal this thing is.
Yeah, and then it's sound.
And that it's sound.
Yeah.
It's all about sound.
Yeah. So we're in this home that's supposedly safe space.
Right.
Right. With a mother and a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And right away, there's this feeling like something is wrong.
The mom's picking up on stuff.
Yeah. She's like, oh my gosh. You know?
Just a bad feeling.
Yeah. She's got like a premonition
Yeah.
and the daughter's trying to calm her mom down.
Which is like a classic
I know.
hit thing to do.
Yeah. And like mom's like, no, don't go outside.
Don't go out there.
Yeah. There's something bad out there.
Mom knows.
Yeah. And this is like classic horror movie stuff, right?
Totally.
Like, you know, you got that feeling and then they go outside and then boom.
Yeah, so she steps outside and like almost immediately there's this creature.
Yes. Horrible
Horrible creature.
thing.
And the detail that gets me
Yeah.
is that it has no eyes.
Oh, yeah.
No eyes.
That's so creepy.
Like, how does it see?
I know. It's like,
It doesn't see. It hears, and the attack is so fast.
oh my gosh. It's so brutal.
And it's over like that.
Yeah. It's final.
And the scream.
Oh my gosh. The scream.
Like, mom hears it
yeah.
inside the house.
And you just know in that moment, like,
all those fears.
are true.
Validated.
And it's like a gut punch. And then the mother, like, rushes outside
to protect her daughter.
to protect her daughter.
Yeah.
Is all insane.
Well, in exchange.
Right.
Yeah.
And she doesn't make it.
It's so brutal.
It's so brutal. There's no, like, heroic anything.
Nope.
There's no fighting back, really.
This is like, that's it.
Yeah, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, this is dark.
Dark.
This is a dark place we're in.
Yeah, they just establish those rules right away.
Right away.
Like, nobody is safe.
Nope.
This thing is serious.
Oh, yeah.
And if you make a sound,
You're done.
you're done.
Yeah.
And then we shift
Yeah.
to Rita.
To Rita, yeah. And, like, thank goodness she's
Yeah.
in another town,
Yeah.
right? Like, there's a little bit of hope,
A little bit.
but then we find out
Her dad's been gone
her dad's missing.
for 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days she hasn't heard from him.
And that's not like him.
Yeah, it's not like him.
It's weird.
It's weird. And Rita's mom,
I'm playing.
I was like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
he does this sometimes.
He'll wander back.
He'll wander back, you know.
Just wait.
But Rita's like, no.
No.
My intuition's like,
Something's wrong.
yeah, something's wrong. And she decides to bring her family,
The whole family.
the whole family, back to her mom's town.
Her partner.
Her partner, Alan.
The kids.
Yeah, Ben and Charlie's friend, Tyler.
Oh, it's bad news.
I know. And it's like she's trying to be a good daughter.
Of course.
Right. And a good mom.
Yeah.
And a good, you know, partner. But she's like walking him right into
Look right into the lion's den.
Yeah.
And her mom even tries to tell her
Oh,
on the
yeah.
phone.
On the phone, she's like, please don't come.
Don't come.
Yeah, but she doesn't say why. And it's like, why is she so scared to, like, say what's happening?
Maybe she's trying to protect her.
Maybe.
Or maybe she's just too freaked out.
Or maybe she doesn't even know the full extent
Maybe.
of what's happening.
It's scary.
And it's like, even before they get to the town on the drive,
Yeah.
they see this lab.
Uh-oh.
It's creepy looking.
Creepy lab.
It's like out in the middle of nowhere.
Isolated.
Isolated, and like there's signs all over it.
Like warning signs.
Yeah, warning signs.
Like stay away.
Yeah, like biohazard and stuff. And you're like, oh, okay, so this is where it came from.
Rubble good.
Over here.
It's like foreshadowing.
Total foreshadowing.
Yeah.
And then
When they get to the house.
they get to Rita's childhood home,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh my gosh, it's unlocked,
Nothing
like
to do.
completely empty.
Nothing's messed up.
Yeah, there's no like, you know,
No ransacking.
ransacking. No,
No signs of a struggle.
it's just
Empty.
empty, like vacant.
Like they just vanish.
Yeah, and you're like, oh.
This is bad.
Like Rita was right. something's wrong.
Really wrong.
And Alan's like, you know, maybe they're at the hospital.
Yeah.
Because her dad's been sick.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's just like wishful thinking.
He's trying to make sense of it.
Trying to be logical.
Yeah.
But then as they're leaving that house,
Yeah.
they see
Blood stains?
blood stains. And it's like not just a little bit.
A lot.
It's like a lot of blood.
Oh, gosh.
And you're like, okay, so something bad,
Something really bad.
really bad happened here.
And it's not the hospital.
No, it's not the
It's
hospital.
something else.
And they try to leave to go to the hospital.
Yeah, to find help.
Yeah, in the van.
Yeah.
And the van won't start.
Won't start.
And it's like, it was just serviced.
Brand new.
It's like brand new what's going on. And you get this feeling like,
Like, it's not just bad luck.
no, it's like something's preventing them
Something doesn't want them to leave.
from leaving. Yeah.
I know.
And so Alan and Ben are like, okay, we're going to walk to the hospital.
It's not that far.
Hopefully it's not that far.
Yeah.
And they leave Tyler and Charlie behind to try to fix the van.
Classic.
Classic horror trope.
Splitting up.
Splitting up the group.
Never a good idea.
Never a good idea.
I know.
So why do they always do that?
It makes everybody more vulnerable.
Yeah,
Right. And it's like, now you've got like two groups to worry about.
exactly.
And you know that bad things are going to happen.
Something's going to get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Alan and Ben are walking.
Yeah.
And they're walking towards the hospital, and they get to the town.
Uh-oh.
And the town is completely deserted.
What?
Yeah, it's like a ghost town.
With people?
No people. It's like businesses are open. Cars are parked.
It's eerie.
It's like eerie and quiet.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just like that image of the town like that.
Yeah.
It's so disturbing.
It's like something huge happened. Yeah, it's not just like a small thing.
Nope.
And they don't know what it is.
No.
And then they find this guy in
Yeah.
a restaurant.
Oh,
He's dying.
dying man.
Yeah, he's covered in blood.
It's bad.
And he's like, get out.
Just get out of here.
He's like, leave now.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to get you.
It's going to kill you.
Yeah. And he's like, it's real.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, so it's confirmed.
It's concerned.
It's not just our imagination.
Right, yeah.
This thing is real. Meanwhile,
Back at the van,
back at the van,
Charlie's getting bored.
Charlie's getting bored being a teenager.
You know.
I know teenagers.
Yeah.
And so she decides to go to her grandmother's farm.
Oh, no.
I know. It's like, it seems like a safe place.
Yeah, grandma's house.
Yeah, she's like, oh, it's not that far. I'll just walk.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know
Doesn't know.
the danger
Yeah.
that's lurking everywhere.
That's bad.
And it's like, it's just that reminder that in this new reality,
Yeah.
like anything can happen.
Any little sound
Yeah.
can be fatal.
So she gets to the farm
Yeah.
and it looks deserted.
Uh-oh.
And then she drops a bottle.
Oh, no.
I know. And it makes this like huge noise. And of course, it attracts the monster.
The monks.
And then she sees her grandmother.
Oh.
But her grandmother is like tied up.
Oh.
Yeah, she's restrained.
Pied up?
Like the outline literally says in a Coke con.
What is a Coke con?
I don't even know.
That's creepy.
It's creepy and it's like, why?
Yeah, why would it tie her up?
Is it like,
Not just killing people.
yeah. Is it like,
Suturing them.
is it keeping them alive for some reason?
You don't know.
We don't know.
It's scary.
Yeah, and the grandma's like, be quiet, get out of here. Run, run.
And then
The monster attacks.
the monster attacks Charlie.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and she manages to escape
Yeah.
and runs to Tyler, who's still trying to fix the van.
Go, Tyler.
I know, and they try to get away
In a truck this time. Yeah.
in a truck this time.
Yeah.
And the monster shows up again.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tyler.
Tyler's killed,
Oh, my God.
and Charlie has to watch
Oh.
from inside the truck.
Oh, that's rough.
I know, and it's like, why make her watch?
It's to show just how brutal this thing is.
Yeah.
It's not holding back.
No.
And it's like, for Charlie now, it's personal.
Yeah. She's seen it.
She's
She knows what it can do.
Yeah.
And then Alan and Ben and Rita arrive,
Oh.
and they see the monster
Break in the truck.
attacking the truck
Where Charlie is.
where Charlie is, and they're like, oh my gosh, we have to do something.
We gotta save her.
We got to save
Yeah,
her.
yeah,
And they come up with this plan
yeah.
where they're going to distract the monster.
Draw it away.
Yeah, and lead it back to Rita's house and hide until morning.
Hopefully they can escape.
Hopefully, yeah, it's a long shot.
A long shot.
But they don't have a choice.
They're brave.
Yeah, they're really brave,
They're trying.
trying to protect Charlie.
Yeah.
And then morning comes, and Alan tries to quietly
Get Charlie out of the truck.
open the truck,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
to get Charlie out.
Yeah.
And the monster comes back.
Oh, no.
It's like it knew.
Yeah.
It's like waiting for him.
It's like it's playing with them.
Yeah, and Alan realizes
This.
that he's trapped.
Yeah.
And to save Charlie,
Yeah.
he makes a distraction.
A huge
A
distraction.
huge distraction, and he sacrifices himself.
Alan.
I know, and it's so sad.
It's so sad.
But it's also like so heroic.
Yeah. He saved his daughter.
He saved his daughter.
Yeah.
And Rita manages to pull Charlie
Back into the house.
back into the house.
Yeah.
But Charlie's hurt.
Hurt bad.
Hurt bad.
Yeah.
And Ben's like, what's going on?
What is happening?
What is this thing?
Yeah.
And Rita's starting to put it together.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, my mom's warnings.
Yeah.
The creepy lab.
Yeah.
It's probably...
It's gotta be the lab.
Yeah, it's got to be the lab.
Something they did. Yeah, something they did.
Yeah.
And it's like a terrifying thought,
Oh, yeah.
but it's also like the only explanation.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's the only thing that fits.
Yeah, and then Charlie,
Before she passes out.
before she passes out, she says,
Yeah.
my grandma's alive.
She's alive.
She's alive.
What?
She's in the shed.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. And so now Rita's like,
God save her.
forget escaping.
Yeah.
We're going back.
We're going back for Grandma.
Yeah, and it's like this whole new mission
I know.
that's so dangerous.
It's so dangerous.
Yeah, but she's got to try.
She has to.
Yeah.
So Ben's with Charlie,
Ben's with Charlie.
and she's hurt really bad.
Really bad.
And
And then she
wounded.
starts to change.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's like body horror. Like
Yeah.
teeth are growing out of her wounds.
Oh, that's so gross.
And you realize, oh my gosh,
It's spreading.
it's spreading. It's like an infection.
You could become one of them?
Yeah, and Ben sees this.
Oh, Ben.
Poor Ben.
Like scarring.
Yeah. And meanwhile,
Rita's at the shed.
Rita's at the shed and she finds her mom
Tied up.
tied up,
Right.
just like Charlie said.
Yeah.
But the monster's there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's lurking in the shadows.
Waiting.
And she's trying to be quiet.
Quiet.
But then, like, a drop of water,
A drip?
a drip,
Oh, no.
like, gives her away.
That's all it takes.
I know. And it's like that tiny sound
Yeah.
is enough for the monster to, like,
Yeah.
zero in on her.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
So what happens?
Well, just as the monster's about to attack,
Yeah.
Ben shows up and he makes a noise.
Oh, my gosh. He's so brave.
So brave.
He saved his mom.
He saved his mom
Yeah.
to distract the
To
monster.
distract it. And
It's
then
brilliant.
Alan,
Is there...
he's alive.
He's alive somehow. We don't know, but he pulls Ben out of the way
Oh, my God.
and tells him to run.
London.
And then he sacrifices himself again.
Again.
I know, to save Ben.
Oh, my gosh.
And it's like the most heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking thing. He's
Yeah.
a hero.
He's a total hero.
Yeah.
And so now Rita
Yeah.
sees all this.
Her partner's dead.
Her partner's dead. Her mom's about to die.
And the monster.
The monster's right there.
Yeah.
And she has to make a choice.
A terrible choice.
Yeah, and she chooses to save Ben.
Yeah.
And she screams
To draw the monster to
or
her.
draw the monster to her.
Yeah.
And then she traps herself in the truck with it.
Oh, my gosh.
And it's like
She
this,
sacrificed herself
the ultimate sacrifice.
for her son.
For her son, yeah.
Oh, it's so sad.
And it's like the echo of that first scene
Yeah.
with the mother and daughter. It's like the cycle of this horror
Yeah.
just keeps repeating. And
Yeah.
Ben,
Poor Ben.
poor Ben, he goes back to his dad,
Yeah.
who's like barely alive.
Yeah.
And his dad's like, save yourself.
Save yourself.
Remember us.
Remember.
And then he dies. Oh,
I
gosh.
know.
It's so sad.
And
And then he goes to Charlie,
yeah.
and she's
gone.
she's killed herself.
Oh, no.
I know, rather than become one of them.
Yeah.
And you can't even blame her.
Right. That's understandable.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
And then
So much loss.
he's lost everything.
Yeah.
And he's just filled with
Rage.
rage.
Yeah.
And he picks up a gun.
Oh, no.
He's going after the monster.
Oh, Ben.
Yeah.
He's just a kid.
He's just a kid, and he's going to try to kill this monster.
Oh, gosh.
And just as he gets to the truck,
Yeah.
the army shows up.
Oh, wow. Finally.
Finally, but it's too late.
Too late.
They capture the monster,
Yes.
but everybody's dead.
Oh, my gosh.
And Ben realizes
That he's infected.
he's infected.
Oh,
It's like that final twist of the knife.
it's so cruel.
Yeah, and the army thinks they've solved the problem.
They think they got it.
But they don't know.
There's more.
There might be more.
A bigger monster.
A bigger monster, maybe.
Maybe that's where it all came from.
Yeah, and that's how the document ends.
Oh, my God.
And you're just left with all these questions.
So many questions.
It's like, what happens to Ben?
Yeah, what about Ben?
Is there a bigger monster out there?
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
Yeah. What was the lab doing?
What was the lab doing?
It's scary.
It's scary stuff.
So we saw this family
Yeah.
come in full of hope
Yeah.
and then just get destroyed.
Decimated.
Yeah, by this creature
Yeah.
that hunts by sound.
It's just so terrifying.
So unique.
And the choices they had to make,
Yeah,
so heartbreaking.
the sacrifices.
Yeah, and it just makes you think, like,
What would you do
what would you do?
in that situation?
Yeah.
Scary to think about.
So we hope this deep dive into this, like, nightmare scenario
Yeah.
gave you a better understanding of how it all unfolds.
Of all the horror.
Yeah, without, like,
Being too overwhelming.
too overwhelming, but it's like a reminder
It's a reminder.
that, like, things can change.
Yeah. So quickly.
In an instant.
Yeah. And you might have to make
Choices.
that you never thought you'd have to make.
Terrible choices.
Yeah.
So this is fictional,
It is fictional.
but it plays on, like, our deepest fears.
Oh, yeah.
The unknown family being in danger.
Yeah.
And, like, what if science goes wrong?
What if science goes wrong? And it's like, it makes you ask yourself,
Yeah.
if you were faced with this unstoppable force,
Unstoppable.
what would you do?
Yeah.
What would you sacrifice?
To protect the people you love.
Yeah.
It's a tough question.
And it makes you think.
Yeah.